Hey, family. Okay, today is Sunday, the 17th of February, and I was sitting here and I have Jody in my ear. We have a special guest. My baby is over there on the other side of the couch. Baby, can you turn the TV down a little bit? And I woke up this morning, and y'all, I was on some philosophical shit all morning. Okay, let me just start with that. And so, uh, and so in the midst of it all, of me talking to Ken and talking to Jody, I was like, you know what? I need to get this on camera. So basically, what we're doing is I'm going to somewhat like, hold on. Oh my God. So me, I need this on my page. Okay, Cinnamon Fields placed something on my Facebook. Shout out to Cinnamon Fields. Anyway, I want to really keep this clean. I don't want to get into so much profanity. I really want to corral it to a degree, but it's just part of who I am. So I ask that you just bear with me if I kick out a few this and that, motherfuckers, and whatever else. It's not my intentions. It's just part of who I am. Nonetheless, though, I'm going to interview Ken, and we're going to have this open discussion about what it is that men want. Okay? This is what we're talking about. So it's just his opinion. This ain't got nothing to do with all men, all black men, all men over a particular age, all this and that men. No. Okay? There are exceptions to the rules. This is just one man's opinion. And I comprised a few questions here. And he agreed to answer my questions as I, asked them to him. And he promised that he's going to be honest. I got referee Condoleezza Rice in my ear and shit. And so she's going to keep me also on track to keep me from, because I don't want to discuss our relationship status and, what the perils and, things that go on in our relationship. No. I mean, don't I put out enough? So we don't need to go into mine. However, these are just generalized questions that I'm asking a man that is 50 years old and that is also a man of color. So we're going to get his opinions on these questions, and we're going to see how it turns out. Want to hear it? Here you go. You ready, baby?
Let her rip.
Okay. All right. Question number 1. Why is it men want head and but sometimes refuse to give it back?
That's a two-party question. I mean, in my opinion, both parties should actually dig it, but there are people with certain hang-ups as far as their body, their or exhibition to show their body, or inhibitions. There can be all kind of things. There could be some psychological things why a man won't go down on a woman, vice versa. Practice makes perfect.
Okay. That's it?
That's about it.
Okay. Question number 2. Can a man stop cheating because of a woman's sex game? Can a woman's sex game, let me paraphrase that. Can a woman's sex game keep a man faithful? Be it her head game, or the way she sway her hips and swirl that around that right there, or whatever the case, little Kegel, whatever, on that right there. Is it something that a woman can do sexually to keep a man faithful?
No. Answer to that is no.
Okay.
Because just the same as she's given all the sex and this and that like that, the moment all that's all over, there's a big fight over some bullshit just because.
Sorry about that, family. The batteries went out right in the midst of it all, right in the midst of that. So But I'm gonna put it all together so it's gonna just be seamless. But yeah, the batteries went out. So okay, so baby, so can a woman sex game keep a man faithful? Yes or no?
No.
Why not? Because I mean, there's so many women out here twerking and shaking their asses, and oh man, because there's a lot.
No.
Okay, okay. Well, let me say this because there are some women feel like the women that come in and feel like they can come in. I'll take your man. It was a song back in the day. I'll take your man and things of that nature.
The only
and
thing
women
that they're
felt
going to
like
take them to is to a motel, and that man is going back home the next morning.
Oh, okay.
That's all that's going to be, because I tell you what, in the same sense that chick may be blowing, she could suck a watermelon through a water hose. I wouldn't care. But then again, the moment that's over with, that could be another argument just moments afterwards. So no, a woman's sex game doesn't make them hold a man.
Okay. Well, because the thing is, women will kick out. Well, if you would have been taking care of home, women are quick to say that. You hear that on Maury Povich, you hear that shit on Cunningham and all the rest of that shit, that women feel if you do this, your man won't cheat. If I do that, my man won't cheat. For the record, do you think a woman can keep a man from cheating?
It's not the woman to keep a man from cheating, it's a man to stop himself from cheating.
I don't want to be biased. But let me just say, sir, that was a very damn good answer. Thank you.
Because there are things that, not necessarily there, and more than half of the time, it don't be a woman's fault for a man going out to cheat. Simple as that. It takes a man to be within his heart to say, hey, I love this woman enough to where whatever this next woman can throw her pussy up and sunshine come out, this is the one that I'm going to be with right here and I'm going home to.
There it is.
I got to say about that.
Okay. What is it that men really want? Because the reason I ask that is because men, right now, there's a pattern of men just jumping all over the place. They'll get this over here from this woman. They'll go over there and get that over there from that woman. So what is it that men want on why he just cannot be with one woman?
Because he's insecure. And insecurity can come a lot of different forms. You could be insecure because this woman right here will suck your dick, but this one over here will just lick your head. There's an insecurity because I don't know if, and when it comes down to it, well, a man is searching for the whole total package. Well, you need to be happy within your own state. If you're not, you want to ping pong around.
Okay.
So stop ping ponging around. Find the one that touches your heart and not your dick all the time.
There it is. Does age matter? Does a woman age matter?
As far as what?
As far as all kinds of things, okay? Because,
well, you gotta remember, age is just a number.
Right.
And it depends on how a person keeps himself, because I've seen some broke down 35-year-olds, but some beautiful ass 69 and 70-year-olds. I've seen some broke down 45 and 50-year-olds, but some beautiful 35-year-olds, but some broke down 39 and 40-year-old women, but some, like I say, 55 and up, gorgeous women. So it's a matter of how a woman is going to take care of herself. It's not a matter.
Is that important?
Yes, it is. For not only just for a person's self-esteem, but for a person's health. You don't want to be, having hypo this and blood pressure that and this and that. You want to work at what your body is going to be comfortable with and what your inner self is going to be too, because a lot of self-esteem is broken because a person's lack of physical this, not enough energy to do that. It can stem from a lot of things. Where's my pot at?
Okay. Well, tell me this. Does size matter?
As far as what?
As far as everything. Okay, well, as far as a woman's physical appearance. Does a woman's physical appearance, does her size matter? A woman that is extremely skinny, or a woman that's, you know,
You know what?
have a few extra pounds, or a woman that's, you know, considered as morbidly or obese or whatever?
It varies.
Okay.
It varies of.
Or is it her body composition?
It's the composition. It's
the way that
composition
she holds
of,
her weight?
Yeah, because there are some gorgeous women that are big, but they're fucking fine as hell. They're just big women. But there are some women that are that exact same way, but they look unhealthy because their skin and composition, as you say, is doing and contorting certain things on their body that doesn't look right. It just doesn't look healthy.
Okay.
There are some big women that are just solid as fuck, but they're just big. But there's some women that are just big, but their body composition bounces and flexes all over the place.
Okay. So what about sexually? Does a woman's size matter sexually? From a real skinny woman?
It can.
Or a woman of size?
It can. It can at times.
It can matter. Why?
Well, for one, you want to be able to feel comfortable and feel good during, afterwards, and post sex. You know, you don't want you and that goes back to you know, making yourself healthy or making yourself be healthier, because sex can be a very strenuous thing on a person's heart. When you orgasm, your heart, and I've read this, your heart stops for that split second when you have an orgasm.
Okay.
That's why the funny saying goes, but it's true, he died in the saddle. Mm-hmm. Well, see, that's not, although that sounds funny, but it's not, because it's happened. And being healthy during sex, or wanting to have sex, yes, it plays a lot. It plays a big part. Okay. And it plays a big part with a person's weight, a person's size, the way they move, what happens when they get to that point and they're huffing and puffing and sound like they're going to pass out. I mean, that plays a big part in having some good sex.
Oh, okay. So good sex, you can't have good sex with a person that's extremely skinny, or a person that's extremely large?
Like I said,
it can be pleasurable,
that pendulum can sway both ways, because there's skinny that have boo-boo sex, but there's a big person that has some bomb-ass sex. And it all can stem because of how their internal organs is working. I mean, as
What's
far
that got
as...
to do with their internal organs?
Well, stamina, for one.
Oh, okay.
Okay? How your heart rate, you know, is able to stay with another person. Hell, you can outdo me. I'll be, well, then again, after you get that one.
Hey, were we talking about us?
Okay.
Shit.
Okay.
Were we talking about us?
Okay.
Damn.
Rewind.
Okay. But
you get the picture.
But tell me, does sex matter? I mean, is there a difference in sex and the feeling of sex with a woman of size or a woman that's extremely small?
Yeah.
Okay, that's I'm certain that's the question on a lot of women's minds right now. It's like, okay.
Me, I like a healthy woman.
Okay.
I like something that's not all over.
What's considered as healthy?
Someone that's not bony. You see all pelvic muscles and ribs and all that stuff. You see butt cheek muscles, you know, sucking in like lemons and stuff. You know, I like something this firm, okay, and yes, but there are some guys that like that skinny, bony feeling because they like to toss and twirl and this and that. Well, no, I like a little WWF in my action. You know, so some movement. Hell, she can be damn near strong enough to toss me around here and there a little something, something. But then again, it's all creativity too.
Okay, but then all right, so that's what a smaller woman. You're evading you're evading the question though. So what about for a larger size woman? Does size matter with a larger size woman? Is there a difference in the sex with a larger size woman?
It depends. It depends on how a woman can do the do, I guess. I mean, because, well, I don't know. I would say that for a larger size woman, it could be more fun.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
It could be more fun.
Wow. But is there a cap off on the large though?
Yeah.
Because you're being because I don't know. Well, I can only accept the answers that you're giving me, but I don't want you to give answers based on our relationship or my size. On size in general is what I'm saying.
On size in general.
I mean,
sex can be fun. Sex can be fun with a small person or a big person.
Okay.
Creativity goes a long way.
Okay, so there's no problem with a woman of size. A woman 300 or 400 pounds sexually.
No, there isn't, and it
doesn't matter. So the size
like I
should
said,
matter.
creativity goes a long way. There's a lot of ways to be pleased sexually for a big person or a smaller person.
Mm-hmm.
There's things that a smaller person that might not or don't want or can't do that a bigger person or a larger person can do, want to, and
yeah, but I hear what you're saying. But just like with a heavier man can't get down with like no man that don't have no weight on him.
That too.
Because you got a problem with connecting. How is it gonna connect if you overweight and he overweight? It got to be some range to that overweightness because otherwise, if I have a huge stomach and you have a huge stomach, can you feasibly lay on top of me and it connect without a problem?
That's why I say creativity goes along.
So how would it be creative?
Well, you use different positions.
Okay.
That's why I say create. I'm trying to be PG-13.
Well, I mean, but people want it to be raw, though.
Okay.
I mean, you got to. I mean, we grown. Everybody is grown here. Ain't nobody kids.
Well, yeah, like I said, creativity goes a long way. If you can't get it from the front, turn it around from the back. Same curve you got in the front is less in the back because you can spread it as much as you want, and you can just, go on up in there.
So for a woman of size, you got to go in from the back.
Sometimes, yeah. You can go from the side. You can go from the back. There's a lot of women that are our size that truly prefer it from the back.
All right. Okay. But then too, in my opinion, though, I think size matters to me because being a woman that was once over 340 and to now be 200 pounds, it was a difference in my sex game. It was a major difference in my sex game. But though back then I was battling not only was I battling insecurity issues, but I was also battling, visions of being assaulted. And so, of course, it changed up my sex game. But it wasn't until I began to take off those layers, not only the weight of mass, but also the mental weight of carrying around, those stressors. But hell no. I mean, of being that heavy, no, my sex game wasn't that good.
Well, you develop insecurities being that way too, because don't touch me this way. You don't want to open up in certain ways, certain areas, certain things that you might want to do. You feel insecure because you don't know what that person might think because of that. That plays a lot psychologically too,
Yeah. So see, I don't. But then too, these are your answers. So I can't do nothing but accept that. But I had to go and interject on that and speak. Because I know you're trying to be nice or whatever. But all I'm saying is, I know from my standpoint, when I was over 300 and something pounds, Was I able to get it in and have an orgasm and all that? Yeah. Did I times go without having an orgasm? Yeah. Because, it was, but then too, your mental plays a lot to go with it too. Because it's like you gotta be comfortable with your body for the sex to be good.
Sex is like 70% mental anyway.
Right. You got to be,
that 30% is when your body convulsing and everything. That's that split second where you just now, made your climax. But it's all 70% mental.
Okay.
So if you're not connecting mentally with your sex activity, no sex isn't gonna be that great.
Okay. All right, but let's move on. Okay.